While it may appear that celebrities lead perfect lives, that money and fame makes them invulnerable, sometimes it's not always true. Mental illness doesn't discriminate against who it affects. Just like everyone else, celebrities may have struggles they're unable to share, that they may struggle with every day. The stigma on mental illness is very strong, but here are some celebrities that have come forward to help break it. Emma Stone. When speaking to the Wall Street Journal in 2013, Stone revealed that she suffered from panic attacks during her childhood. Stone went on to say the attacks became so bad, she developed agoraphobia for a time. While panic disorders tend to develop in a person's early 20s, Stone started much earlier, around the age of 8. While the attacks still happen, she's found ways to develop healthy coping strategies to deal with them while seeing a therapist. John Nash. While best known for his Nobel Prize for Economic Sciences in 1994, the math genius fought an internal battle with mental illness. Nash suffered from paranoid schizophrenia, a difficult disorder that leaves the person unsure of what's real and what isn't. It can affect social responses and ability to think logically at times, given that it causes feelings of paranoia. Nash said in an interview with PBS that during periods of paranoia he would hear voices, but he said they reflected his wishes to have a more influential role in the world. He would say that he didn't suffer and that mental illness is actually misunderstood. He made adjustments in his life to live with his schizophrenia and said it did not negatively affect his work. Nash's story actually inspired the award-winning 2001 film A Beautiful Mind. Catherine Zeta-Jones. While now more outspoken about her illness to help erase the stigma, there was a time when Zeta-Jones was wary to discuss her condition. In 2011, Zeta-Jones was diagnosed with bipolar II, a type of manic depression, and sought treatment. When first diagnosed, she told InStyle magazine that she didn't want to be a poster child for the illness. She wanted to show fans that it could be treated and controlled and wanted to handle the situation gracefully. She checked into a treatment center in April 2013. Drew Carey. The Price is Right host has never been ashamed to admit that he has suffered from depression. In his autobiography, Dirty Jokes and Beer, Stories of the Unrefined, Carey talks about his longtime battle with mental illness and even speaks of his suicide attempts. He hopes that having more celebrities speaking out will help destigmatize mental health issues and show they are just like anyone else. Carrie Fisher. Best known for her role as Princess Leia in the Star Wars films, Carrie Fisher's life isn't all romance and lightsabers. Fisher struggled with substance abuse and bipolar disorder, which can manifest as severe mood swings that can affect daily activity. Speaking to ABC News Primetime, Fisher was able to speak publicly about her illness, saying she wasn't ashamed. Elton John. Speaking to Larry King back in 2002, Elton John spoke about his struggle with substance abuse and bulimia, an eating disorder that causes people to binge, then expel their food either by vomiting or using laxatives. While portrayed more often in women, a quarter of those affected are men. After seeking help for his illness, John said, "It was the best thing I ever did, but you know those 3 words, I need help. If only I'd said them earlier." John suffered for 16 years before seeking treatment for his illness and cocaine addiction in 1990. J.K. Rowling. Before becoming a best-selling author, the Harry Potter writer struggled with depression. Prior to the takeoff of her magical book series, Rowling says living in poverty and dealing with the death of her mother drove her to her lowest point. She has said that the Dementors, dark, soul-sucking creatures that feed off human happiness, emerged from her depression. While giving her feelings a physical form aided in her recovery, she also credits the help of therapists in helping her overcome her depression. Mel Gibson. In addition to a diagnosis of bipolar I disorder, which was once classified as manic depressive disorder, Gibson also had severe issues with alcohol and was even arrested in 2006 and charged with a DUI. It was when he sought help for his substance abuse that he discovered he was suffering from a mental illness. Feeling ashamed for the way he behaved, Gibson apologized for his behavior and sought treatment for his illness. Jim Carrey. Credited as being an amazing comedian in movies like Ace Ventura, Bruce Almighty, and Dumb and Dumber, Carrey is considered one of the elite when it comes to acting. So it may come as a surprise that he told interviewers in 2009 that he had struggled with depression for a significant portion of his life. His depression reached a point where he felt it was so debilitating that he could not overcome it. So he sought the help of doctors and was prescribed with Prozac. In addition to this illness, Carrey was also diagnosed with ADHD, which sometimes goes hand in hand with depression. After some time, he found that Prozac was not helping and decided to try alternative treatments. In addition to accepting and speaking out about his illness, Carrey also avoids drugs and alcohol, which can agitate his condition. just remember you're not alone. Everyone out there's got their thing going on. Thanks for watching this video. Here's a couple other videos that we think you might enjoy, and please don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thanks.